Was Tor actually made by the CIA? It was made by the Navy. Oh, we're getting. Oh, there's like
No,
fucking
it
civil
was the
war.
CIA or
Maybe
the
CIA.
FBI.
The
On
FBI
Tuesday,
or
the CIA announced its own Tor Onion service. So
Oh,
the
okay.
CIA, I guess, is getting into the dark web space. What like releasing dark web NFTs? I don't know. This is a weird announcement from 2019. The United States Naval Research Laboratory. I'm assuming. I guess it's the first thing that popped up. Yeah, looks like it was the Navy. So besides like arms purchasing and like illegal shit, what is the point of the dark web? Like I can't imagine people are accessing
Anonymous
the dark
shit.
web going through Tor
So the
to look
government.
up, like video game.
I mean, I guess the government kind of technically made
That
the dark
seems
web.
like
CIA.
There's no way that happens on the dark web. Who's going on the dark web like, bruh, I'm really looking to buy some crocodile. Oh, someone's selling. All right, here's my credit card info. No one's typing that shit in on the dark web. No
Crocodile.
fucking chance. No one's dumb enough to do that, right?
Well, it's bitcoins. You don't put your credit card in there.
College
Come on,
kids?
Charlie.
Nah, I don't believe that for even a second. Nobody would. They're absolutely using like Monero or some kind of crypto or something. They're not gonna
Yeah,
use like
crypto.
their actual just fucking.
That's
Visa.
the whole point of the dark web is to use cryptocurrency.
Revenge. Now you might be saying, we already covered revenge in the last video. Yes, but those websites were taken down. Won't be sharing the name of the website, but I'll show you guys the layout. So right out of the gate, you're given a list of female names to browse through. If you click on a name,
This used to
you see
exist
their
on the
information.
surface web for what it's worth. Tuff even covered it once. There used to be a website
Someone
that was
invite me. I need
all
to
for
kill this
revenge porn,
douchebag.
and
Oh, I'm
eventually
back.
the guy who ran it faced how many years in jail?
I literally left off at this
I don't
before I
remember how
got
many, but
kicked
yeah,
off.
He got fucking blasted. But this was something back in the early internet days that existed just on, you know, you could go on AOL and just look at revenge porn. It was fucking crazy. He got 18 years? Was it 18 years? You might be right.
There are two options: the lifetime basic.
Yeah,
and
see,
the
buy with
lifetime
Bitcoin. You're not typing in the credit card info.
Do I kill this guy or this guy?
Lifetime
Huh?
updates 101 gigabytes in leaked amateur content, which is 69,300
Jesus
photos,
Christ.
3,405 video, plus a VIP section, an IP cam section, spy cam
What?
recordings, NAS Synology section, and unsorted content, which apparently they have 10 terabytes worth of. So yeah, the IP cam
Holy
section, it's
shit.
like, dude, I feel so bad for the girls that don't even know their laptop is hacked, and people are just watching them, random people are just watching
Oh look,
them.
someone's
That's another
watching me.
crazy
My
thing. Do you guys remember that back in early internet days? There was a time, I don't remember if it was Max, but there was some laptop that shipped with a webcam built in, and it was extremely easy to access. So easy, in fact, there was a website set up.
Who's
on
this
Surface
random
Web
dude?
Where it would just be like a
What?
roulette. You just click a button and it'd take you to some random guy's webcam. You could just watch them living their lives.
I remember going onto a site where it was just like some random
Yeah, so you just have
random
this
people's
roulette
houses and
watching
shit.
People's lives through their webcam. They had no idea.
I've seen that before. I've been on
It
sites
was
like that. I
fucking
don't know
wild.
how I got
It
to
was
that site,
wild.
but
So
I've
then,
been there
it was
before.
Such a big deal that eventually the expert
Oh!
was like, if you own this laptop, just put a piece of tape over the webcam. Otherwise, you are most likely being watched.
You exist. But I just want to let you guys know that. I'll provide some Amazon links in case you guys want to buy some web.
10k DPS, fucking hell.
Disgusting fantasies.
You don't want to look at my webcam. Yeah, like it's just one of those fucking creepy things, man. I don't think looking through those webcams ever really like nothing like crazy ever happens, but it's still just fucking scary to think about.
If you are not a
That got my defense right up though.
not legal in your jurisdiction, do not enter. This site contains videos, photos, 3D rendered art, or
Give me
pictures
credit.
for adults. If you're looking for any of that,
The fuck was this?
It's basically saying we have a bunch of these like
Shit's like a
fantasy
Tumblr blog.
stories about
The fuck?
not only that, but they have two affiliate prevention campaign advertisements to deter the users from doing anything in real life. They're obviously only doing
What?
this, it seems like, hey, we're actually the good guys. We're preventing this stuff from happening in real life, when in reality they're just providing the acceptance, normalization, and culture of files.
That is something that is. I've seen this on Twitter. There's a verified account,
Hold
couple
on a
hundred
second.
thousand followers from what I recall. They have
Fucking
this
walk,
belief
idiot.
that if we could
I
just
walked.
use AI to generate fake children for porn, it would solve pedophiles. There is a group of people that genuinely believe that providing like more child porn but without real people, that it would somehow get rid of like pedophiles. It is the most ass backwards idea ever. It's fucking disgusting. They've made this post like, this is where I think deepfakes need to go. We need to create.
Did I
deepfakes
not
of
get my
children
thing?
in pornographic settings, so that way people would no longer be incentivized to use real children in child porn.
Fuck this shit. I'm going over to
blew my
this
fucking
area.
mind, and there were
I'll
people
come here
supporting
later.
me.
It's like a
Like, all that does is
bottle
provide
area,
more
bottleneck.
child porn for pedophiles and make the market even bigger for people to fucking film that shit in the real world. It's crazy. It's crazy.
What is this video?
Twitter is just the most
Actual crime
outrageous
streamed on
wasteland of
Twitch.
Horrible ideas. That's what this just reminded me of. I think it was actually Mudahar who commented on that. I don't remember what the account was that was talking about it. I know they deleted
Papa
it shortly
Muda.
thereafter.
It's still illegal to have on your device. Take Lolly, for example. Even though they're just shrines, you can be arrested and charged with a crime if you possess
Oh,
Lolly
what?
in any
Really?
form. Other countries have also...
Oh, wait, let me read that. I didn't know that. Is that real? You can actually get arrested for lolly?
Yeah, I think I heard
What
about
is
that
Twitter
in
talking
like
about that word, so I
someone in
think it's not
Canada.
illegal? In fact, lolly is something to be celebrated.
Ah.
Good talk, I guess.
Lolly. We offer the best collection of real snuff and authentic R-word pictures and video clips.
Jesus
Thousands of
Christ.
photos, videos, comics, and books. Join us for your
Comics.
very special never forget experience. For a small one-time fee, you have unlimited access forever.
Okay, I need
Add
this
all
then.
user-written content, completely safe and anonymous.
This guy's like casting typhons.
Jesus.
The document. The stuff on that document is absolutely fucking insane.
Thanks for
The worst
some
part is
devs.
that they provide image proof. So, they provide image proof by using these web links. Everything that I'm about
Reddit?
to say...
Come
Check
here,
out
homie.
some of them. Oh my god, I never... Like, deadass, I never want to fucking go back and see those movies again. But it is real. I'm letting you guys know. This shit is real. Let's go over the document. I was actually kind of stupid and I downloaded the fucking text document. I don't know why I downloaded it. I downloaded something from the dark web. It's on my computer now. It's just a document.
It's like a J-Station video. I downloaded some shit from the dark web, now all of a sudden I'm an 8-foot smurf. I accidentally drank the Amogus potion at 3 a.m. from the dark web. Jesus Christ, Tub.
Yeah. The first thing they're claiming to sell are guns. We have sniper rifles, Mossberg 500, TOZ rifles, Kalashnikov rifles. I've never heard of that. But it says made in Russia, not China. From the other video. So let's just get into something shocking. This one, bro. This is what really got me. Video filmed according to your script with torture, R-word, snuff, etc. We need from you how many actors will be, race, gender, in your script/scenario.
Jesus Christ.
Biggest actor we had 4 days after
Porn. Okay, vaguely remember doing this quest like leveling my DK like fuck 5-6 years ago through Northern.
A classic smoothie is a drink made from pure raw fruit and or vegetables using a blender. Classic smoothie is a healthy
No
type of
fucking
cocktail
shot.
that you can drink for breakfast or a bit later. But we have a special smoothie. It's made from newborns. We place and blender the newborn with or
The
without
fuck?
legs/hands
Nah,
and
that's
at your
no
request.
fucking
And
shot.
blend until the mixture is source smoothies from newborns strictly in the refrigerator or cool place.
That one seems very fake.
Also buy male and female genitalia, just like separate. They're obviously.
I don't know about that one. That one doesn't seem like a real thing.
Safe and secure container will be transferred and marked as for medical school. So they got their own methods to.
That's CIA bait.
Legit.
Yeah, it's
but
definitely
CIA
seems
bait.
like bait.
cocaine.
Debated.
It doesn't even matter. Let's, by reading the names, I recognize some of them. It's
A sugar
fucking
pot or the
illegal.
honey pot
Also
is what
selling
they call
the
it.
video, you guys know which one, which is a complete shock. It was like a YouTuber on this list. What was going on? But you know what Logan Paul video I'm talking about.
Can't you just find that on archive.org?
Since the FPS.
Oh,
Why
the
did you
Suicide
buy that
Forest.
on the dark web.
Grinder.
Pretty sure it's on
That one I actually
archive.org.
did check out their image proof and like.
It makes it tier 1
And
Ash.
you guys don't worry about my mental health. A lot of people comment like, I hope your mental health is good. It's good, Brett. I'm gonna go play GTA after this, right? Thank you guys so much for this.
Yeah, it's the
support.
Logan Paul
Like,
Forest
honestly,
video.
It's a the last scene.
Again, I'm pretty sure it's on archive.org.
You guys, like, don't worry about me. Go on with your life, and I'll see you guys. Actually, leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new.
I want that piece of wood on the ground, you bitch.
Nice.
It's mine.
So besides like illegal shit, is there any reason to go on the dark
I
web?
want that one
I know
too.
Mudahar's made a few videos on like other things
What,
besides like the worst shit on there, but what else is
I
there?
want this one as well.
besides
What,
just a bunch of illegal shit?
Okay.
To get around taxes, like there's like accountants on there. You could charge for like services to evade taxes or something. That's more just illegal shit though. I'm saying like besides all illegal shit, people just go there to hang out sometimes. Well, if it was made by the Navy, then why the hell was it made and has a bunch of illegal stuff on it? Well, the reason it has a bunch of illegal stuff on it is
I thought the Navy made the internet, or was it some kind
That's
of
like
military
the
that
dark
first
internet
made the
web.
internet?
As for why it was made, that I don't really know. probably to get around like surveillance or something maybe. I'm just spitballing. I think he's a tier 1 poopy ranger. Let's see what crimes were caught on
Poopy
Twitch.
ranger.
Off the top of my head, can
Kick
I think
that.
of any crimes? Turkey, the Turkish community on Twitch was recently just caught in a massive scandal of money laundering through Twitch bits and donations.
Didn't we all watch a
That's
video
probably
about
on
that?
here. What else?
I don't know if it was Charlie or XQC or Asmongold that reacted to
Twitch
this.
started off as just
Prime
TV.
Raptor.
A man strapped the camera to his head and would live stream everything that happened to him 24/7. Eventually, the site
Yup.
grew and welcomed people from all over the world to
I used
live
to stream on
The
Justin
company had a
TV.
name change, which we now know as Twitch, and in 2014 was bought out by Amazon for $970 million. First thing I want to do is talk about the horrible Twitch staff. Now, it's very known that Twitch has some, let's say, biased
Wow.
staff. Every
Coming
other
in
month, it seems
hot.
like a female streamer gets banned and then unbanned within the same week, whereas a
God
male streamer
damn.
can get banned for the same thing, if not something less harmful.
I've been
and
banned on Twitch for just not having a shirt on. I don't know how many fucking apes I've seen without shirts. Like, fuck, it was just a hot summer. Like, goddamn. Do I turn my webcam off?
That story is very sad,
Who was
honestly.
banned, and then, what do you know, unbanned a few days later. I mean, if you ask me, that should have been a permanent ban, but no. we
Like,
see
you
this
need to be a
ridiculous
big-time
situation
streamer to
where
get away
banned
with
basically,
shit on
you know,
Twitch.
She got unbanned, is what I'm trying to say.
Or I just had fucking piece of shit viewers.
I see where they come from, but
Like, viewers are more fucking snitches on Twitch, actually.
this situation, shoot people at the Twitch headquarters.
Kill him.
Permanent ban. Now, why? Are the Twitch staff just full of simps? Yeah.
Yep.
And in all honesty, it does seem like Twitch has favorites. Sometimes the reasoning for people getting banned is so stupid, but then if a female does it, again, this is not every
Now,
single
correct me if I'm
mistake.
wrong. Wasn't she rebanned after being, or wasn't she rebanned after being unbanned
Horn
and then
of the
banned again?
bullshit.
I'm pretty sure they did correct that mistake. The whole Narcissa Wright story is extremely sad, though. That situation is horrible. I don't think many people know like the whole lore behind Narcissa Wright, but it's a.
I think I vaguely know the lore.
Tell it. I can give the clip notes.
Give me no!
back
Don't
in
you
the early
dare,
days of
you
Twitch,
slut!
Really, Twitch was built on the back of speedrunning for a little while, like Siglimic, Cosmo Wright. Really, the two of them were the
Oh yeah, Cosmo,
pillars of streaming
fucking
on
Legend of Zelda
and started
speedrunner.
to really get a lot of headlines. and
Ocarina
then
of Time.
eventually ADGQ was rolling around. ADGQ
But
started popping off.
he like
Cosmo Wright,
is now
prolific speedrunner
yeah
in
Narcissa.
Zelda games.
That is Cosmo Wright.
Ocarina of Time, all of that. And then over
He,
time, started
he's
to lose
trans.
interest in speedrunning. I remember, I think it was 2016. Cosmo Wright entered into a Nintendo-sanctioned competition with a guy named John Numbers, where they were playing Mario Maker as a contest, and Cosmo Wright got blown out and didn't really return to streaming after that, if I recall correctly. And then after that, Cosmo Wright's mental health seemed a little spotty from what people were seeing. Eventually, Cosmo Wright transitions into Narcissa Wright.
Yeah.
And from there, the streams that she would do were really focused on like really negative things, and it was very like a toxic environment.
It's really weird. People think I'm
Eventually,
fucking
Narcissa
trans. Like they
stopped
think I
streaming for a
used to be a
while,
chick and I'm a
what I
dude now.
understood
But
is that she
no,
just
I'm just a dude.
outright stopped altogether, and then she posted that tweet about wanting to kill herself, and then the Twitch staff, which obviously turned a lot of.
I'm
heads
assuming
up,
this
like,
is an
hey,
escort
what
that
the
these guys
fuck
are
is this?
doing. I'll come here later.
That's where the story's at. There's a lot more nuance to it, but that's
Wait, there's
kind of
two
like a
exits in
footnotes
this house?
breakdown. That whole story there, a lot of like sad and unfortunate things happened along the way. But since I was so big into watching Siglimic, Cosmo, that whole community of speedrunners, it's something I actively followed for a really long time.
Stephen Heyman. On August 31st, 2018, Stephen Heyman
I don't
and John
recognize him.
Di Pietro, I hope I said that right, were on their way to Dragon Con, a convention made for gamers, comic
Is that a real
enthusiasts,
thing?
science fiction fans, and more.
Sounds like a
Whoa.
joke.
Streaming the
Dragon
whole
D's
thing.
nuts.
This is called IRL streaming. In Atlanta, Georgia, a man is seen approaching John and pins him to the ground. We can't see much, but we do get a full view of what the man looks like.
JP, just let go. JP, just let go.
What the fuck is happening?
JP, just let go of it. JP, just let go of it.
Wow.
You You can
Well,
hear
that was
Steve
awfully
repeatedly
calm.
say, JP, just let go. And this is due to what I'm assuming is John now wanting the man to take his camera, which the man did end up stealing. From the reports I've
Oh,
read,
wow.
it seems like the man was never caught. The YouTube comments were full of L friend, this dude is such a bad friend, and comments like that. But honestly, that was the best thing to do. You know, if someone is carrying a knife or a firearm, and your life really
Boar's
isn't really
hammer.
killed over something as simple as a camera or your wallet, when you could just
Love how the dude
reorder
didn't
all your
help.
credit cards.
Hold on.
Bro, you're not gonna just give up the camera. Everyone shits on Dale Brown for giving like survival advice for how to like survive in an intense situation and disarm the attacker. And you guys don't give shit. But the optimal thing to do is to not fight back. Just give your camera. Again, like Tub just said, could have a knife, could have a gun, and that guy's big as fuck. That guy was significantly more jacked than Steven here. Just give up the fucking camera. Like, I guarantee if this guy did fight back and got his ass beat, people would give him much more shit anyway. Or he could have lost his life over it for a camera.
The police officer explains the call and asks Mr. Big for his name. Mr. Big explains that he doesn't need to give him any sort of information.
Oh boy,
And it's
full Reddit.
honestly a pretty long and petty back and forth from both of them. Up until places Mr. Big under arrest. Wrongfully place him under arrest. I mean, it happens tonight.
Oh fuck.
Cops can always arrest you based on suspicion. You know, it didn't seem in the clip like there was any suspicion of anything other than just the way Mr. Big was acting. Anyway, so Mr. Big gets arrested, right? They leave and they close the door. So a few minutes after the arrest, the door opens and reveals a neighbor, presumably the one that made the complaint, walking in and stealing a pair of shoes and a headset.
What?
He
The
turns and
fuck?
steals what seems to be his phone and a watch. I tuned into Mr. Big's Twitch page,
No.
and to my surprise, he still streams. Well, he took a break and is back and averages about 5 to 10
The
viewers.
fuck?
So
That's
I decided to ask
fucked.
him a couple questions.
What a
and he was
galaxy
nice enough to
brain
answer.
scheme,
Make sure to
though.
show him some love and make sure to tell
Fucking
him I sent
supervillain
you.
mastermind.
My name's Kev. I'm a YouTuber. Yeah, he was charged.
Oh,
Guy was
nice.
a career criminal, man. Had a lengthy criminal history. I think he did 3 years for that shit.
Good for him.
I tried looking his name up in like a Washington police directory or something. I checked a lot of websites and I did not find a Jeremy Frost ad.
Bro,
Not
what?
that I don't believe you, Mr. Big. It's just that I would have liked to pull up his mugshot. Ricky Bot.
Who's
Ricky
this?
Bot
Oh,
was
it was just to
40
kill
this
that
one
dude.
either.
Wait.
Oh, yes, I do.
Remember that?
Yes, I do,
Pokemon Go
actually.
is a mobile
Dick.
game which required you to go
I do know this
outside
one.
in order to catch deer, since the man stole 3 cell phones and the camera itself. Ricky Bot was taken to a local hospital with a laceration on the side of his head and a swollen right cheek. That same night, Ricky put out a series of tweets.
How long does this
I got
take?
mugged
I
from
see
Pokemon
2
Go
corpses,
Central Park.
so
Still
I'm
talking to
assuming
police and
comes
will go to the
back.
hospital soon. My jaw is a mess. Thanks all. My Twitch account got suspended. Literally insult to injury. Hashtag
Yeah, that's another fucked up thing that Twitch used to do. I don't know if they still do. If a crime gets captured on stream, or like something like that, I guess, where you get your ass beat on stream, they just ban the account outright, which is weird. I remember there was that guy who was involved in a hit and run while streaming. At least I think it was a hit and run. Oh no.
He was
there's
the
a
one that got
streamer
hit, right?
who, while streaming IRL.
Oh, someone just got
accidentally
Rome for his
captured, like,
cooking
a shootout,
grandmaster.
I think it was. Like a guy shot at a car on his stream, and the guy got banned for it. It's really like a weird policy they have in that department when you capture
Oh.
something like that.
Oh, we just
technically
call
against
him.
cost, but you had
My
no
bad.
control over it, and it would also be good evidence. So I don't know why they'd like take it down. Yeah, that was something they did for all of those kind of cases. I remember that. I don't know if they still do that.
So if I'm streaming, right, I have a malicious friend for some reason in my house, right? He comes in, says a slur, runs out. I'm getting banned, right? I hate it so much. And this poor man got pinned down to the ground and robbed. And Twitch is like, oh no,
You're
that's fine.
banned.
Take it down. It's like, there's a lot of stuff about Twitch that
Yeah,
rubs me
that
the wrong
policy
way.
is
Anyway,
terrible. That
in
is
case you're
that
wondering
is
how
bad.
Ricky is doing now.
How do they justify it? Because I know they even put out a statement about it. I'm kind of curious. Where can I find those guidelines? Again, I don't know if they still do it though. But where can I find it? Because I'm curious what they did to defend it. They don't want people faking it for clout. I remember bits and pieces back with the guy who captured a shooter on stream. I think they said something like, we're doing it to keep the VOD private for everyone involved and sharing it with the police or something. I don't remember.
It's evidence, right?
If I could just remember what that case was, I'm sure I could find their tweet about it that clarified. Does anyone remember what it was? Because it was a pretty big one. That one got mainstream attention. A streamer had captured like a shootout on stream on Twitch. It was valuable information for the crime, and they banned the account, which then made it inaccessible. Was it North Hollywood shootout? Man, what the fuck? This was 1997 North Hollywood shootout. I remember that. This was not Twitch. That one though changed law enforcement drastically. So this is totally unrelated to anything we're watching here with the Twitch crimes. This shootout is fucking crazy. So 2 robbers were armed to the teeth, like full-blown juggernaut from Modern Warfare 2. And they robbed a store, and the police showed up and they just started blasting. Like the guys full auto, just letting it all hang loose. Oh, it was a bank. They robbed the bank. Yeah, that's what it was. Robbed the bank, just blasting. And the cops were shooting back, but their handguns weren't powerful enough to pierce their armor. So they couldn't actually stop them. They couldn't actually prevent them from leaving or doing anything. So they just kept walking away, taking bullets from the police while firing back. The police got so desperate for firepower, they started, I believe they raided a nearby gun store for like shotguns and other items. As well as like just trying to find anything with a higher caliber. And it was such a long drawn out shootout that post North Hollywood shootout, they started arming police officers much more heavily, like more firepower in their vehicles. It was crazy. The whole thing was captured on helicopter. In fact, the only reason it even ended is because one of the officers got a lucky shot on one of their ankles, because their ankle was slightly exposed. So they hit his ankle. He fell to the floor and knew he was going to be killed, so he took his own life. And then the other one, I think, got really desperate and just started walking at them or something like that. It was something like that. It was crazy. It was fucking crazy. Thanks to Prime Megalodon.
The streamer reacts and is then met with a handgun being pointed at his face, and he screams. Alright, don't roast his scream, because I'm pretty sure if any of us were in that position, we would not know what to do. So I know you chuckled after that scream, and I did too. But like, let's not be too hard on that
normal
scream. One of the thieves
scream,
goes to keep
honestly.
his wife quiet, and you can hear the kids in the background. The other is beating the streamer repeatedly with brass knuckles, asking where the money is at.
Zug and
How do people think it's fake then?
Have any money, but eventually I did find the name of the streamer, and that's TMoneyFG. It seems he doesn't stream anymore, and I couldn't find his YouTube channel, unless it's the one with 1 subscriber, but I doubt it. I also found his Twitter, and it's extremely botted. 16,000 followers and no likes on his recent tweet. Yeah, a little bit weird. You would think that if he faked this, he would at least gain clout from it. And if he faked it, I don't know if you would scream like that on purpose. Plus, why would you pick your kids to do something like this? I mean,
I don't think it's
fake. A lot of
fake.
people were assuming that the wife set him up because she was too calm. That was stupid too. You can tell she's trying to stay calm for the kids.
Seems like a weird thing to fake if you don't even stream anymore.
The video looked.
Someone found it. Found the streamer you're asking about. Look up Bees on My Head TV carjacking. He was banned for getting carjacked while viewers were trying to use the VOD to find the guy who robbed him. Twitch came out and clarified their policy in response, stating that streamers are responsible for anything shown on stream. That's exactly what I was thinking of. A carjacking, not a shootout around cars. You're absolutely right. Did he ever get his account back? Because this is like really a hardline stance. Twitch suspended his account for behavior caught on camera and has since informed the streamer he won't be getting it back anytime soon. Thanks,
Security breach. No, not the Five Nights at Freddy's game. So 6 months ago, on October 6th, Twitch was hacked and a
this was the
25 gigabytes worth of leaks appeared on Twitch, and that included source code, streamer earnings, encrypted passwords, and more. We bring to you today an extremely poggers leak. Twitch is an American video live streaming service that focuses on video game live streaming, including broadcasts of esports competitions operated by Twitch Interactive, a subsidiary of Amazon.com. Their community is is also a disgusting, toxic cesspool of beginnings, mobile, desktop, and video game console Twitch clients, creator payouts from 2019 until now. Find out how much your favorite streamer is really making. And then they link.
Did they ever
the
release the
file.
second part
Jeff
to this?
Bezos paid $970 million for this, and we're giving it away for free. Hashtag do better Twitch. Though a bunch of stuff got
They
leaked,
didn't?
people mainly focused on how much their favorite streamers were making. I mean, your passwords were at stake, but people were, you know, kind of mad at XQC for being a millionaire, which we all know. We all know he's a millionaire.
We already knew
Oh,
that
surprise
before the
everybody.
leaks.
Saying they didn't make sense. It's really funny because a lot of Twitchers have their sub count like on the top of their head. They're letting you
No,
know
that
how much
doesn't
money
mean
they make.
anything,
It just
though.
takes a little bit of math, and they claim that a part 2 was
Doesn't
coming
account
out,
for
but
donos
it
and
never
shit.
happened. Many people just assume it was an
People
ex-Twitch
can dono
employee
without
or
even
Twitch
being
employee who
subbed.
knew they were going to be fired.
I
and
doubt
they
it was
were
an
just like,
ex-Twitch
Alright,
employee.
before I go, I'm just gonna end this off with a big bang. I'm sure you guys remember the whole Save the Kids thing.
Who could
Similar
forget?
when crypto was, I wouldn't say at its peak. I would say at its peak popularity with the internet culture, there were a lot of influencers really taking advantage of this. This doesn't even count the NFT thing, right? This is crypto. Crypto and NFTs are very similar, but they are different, right? You buy
Shitcoins
NFTs with
versus
crypto,
NFTs. Shit
there were
art.
a lot of influencers promoting a bunch of scam coins, and once their fans would like buy the coins, they would quickly just take all the money.
Yeah, guys, don't forget to
No value.
invest in
I think
my
even Aiden Ross
poundage
said
coins.
By the way, that milk token
Oh,
shit I did a while
yeah,
back.
Only
I
$2,000
already
per
told you
coin.
guys, don't buy that shit. I got paid a bag to do that shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. How many of you guys actually bought it?
Oh my god.
Which was Ice Poseidon. Now, Ice Poseidon used to be very
Yeah,
popular on Twitch.
we know this
In case
one.
you guys haven't
Purple
heard of him,
Army
he's very popular for
CX.
getting swatted. Yeah, that's what he's known for. He once got swatted on an airplane. So
I actually don't know if I'm allowed to watch his story on Twitch.
Oh,
We all know
yeah.
This one, though.
Yeah, we all know
He,
it. Paul Danino was on the
openly admitted
airplane.
to stealing, what was it, 300,
Oh, yeah.
300, 500, what was it,
300K.
$500,000 from a shitcoin that he was pumping. Just very open.
And yeah, he didn't give a
Watch
shit.
it. I'll just explain it. I made a whole video on it when it happened. Ice Poseidon was pumping a shitcoin. Somehow his community bought into it. He ran away with 300 to 500,000. I don't remember what number it was, but it was somewhere in that ballpark. And he then went on CoffeeZilla's
Right.
channel and openly said, "Yeah, I took the money. I was worried the coin was going to lose some value, so I thought I might as well take the money before it hit zero." And he was just very open and honest. And then CoffeeZilla said, "Hey, why don't you just give the money back since you still
No.
have it? I see it in your wallet. You could give the money back." And he said, "I could, but I don't wanna." Yep,
Based.
it was fucking crazy.
This guy's like, okay, you can fuck off now. Karok. I got a bunch of quests over here. Huh? What else do we got here? Listen to some Charlie
In the
videos.
late 90s, a very popular Japanese game show tortured a man for a year and broadcast it every Sunday night.
Really now?
This isn't like reality TV where it's all fake and scripted, not to ruin Christmas for all the believers out there. This was legitimately torturing another human being for the sake of entertainment.
Wait,
And it was
these guys are
extremely
hauling in.
popular,
Wait
averaging
a second.
17 million viewers every Sunday night that they'd play the clips. That's absolutely massive, even by today's
Oh,
standards.
okay.
It's more viewers than the
Wait,
last
what?
4 years of the NBA Finals and the World Series. And obviously,
I
more than
want
most
one.
television shows get. For reference, The Boys season premiere got around 8 million viewers, and
Give.
according to YouTube Velocity Guide, who also covered this story, the most viewed episode of Game of Thrones got around 16 million viewers, so it even beats that.
Boom.
Just an absolutely massive success, but it doesn't stop
Boom.
there. The producers knew there was still a
Short
little milk left
range.
in those teats, and they
Short
wanted
range.
to suck it. So they actually turned it from just a weekly
And
broadcast into a
hold them
full-blown
inside,
live
okay.
stream where you could log
Are you
on
injured?
online and watch him suffer in real time.
Fucking
so whenever
hell.
you were just feeling particularly quirky, you could hop in there and watch a man be miserably tortured for the better part of a year. Doesn't that sound like fun? What a great way of starting the day. A nice bowl of cereal and milk for breakfast and watching a man's sanity slowly deteriorate as he dances around naked in absolute agony. Wonderful.
Jeez.
This is the story of Nasubi. As I briefly mentioned, another YouTube channel named Atrocity Guide made a great video on this topic, but I wanted to go even deeper. So
What?
me, Caleb, Chelsea, and I
Did I run out of juice or something?
thorough deep dive, spreading the
fuck?
foul cheeks of this situation wide open, going through live
Give me a
streams,
U.
all of the broadcast clips in order to really get a handle on just how vile this whole thing was. So let's begin. In 1998,
I don't have any
a
mana for
popular
this thing.
Japanese
What the
game
fuck?
show named Susanoo
How are we
Denpa
supposed to get more
Shonen
mana back?
held a raffle to find their next contestant for an upcoming show they were working on called A Life of Prizes. Nasubi ended up winning the lottery and was ecstatic. He believed this was going to be a big break for him since he was also an up-and-coming comedian, and he was escorted to a small apartment where he was then instructed to take off all of his clothes in order to participate in the game. The challenge was he would have
What
to
the fuck
survive
is
in
this
this
shit?
apartment on nothing but his winnings from sweepstakes. They only provided him with water, and he was told that he would not be allowed to leave or communicate with the outside world or have any access to anything that he didn't directly earn through magazine sweepstakes. He was
That sounds
told that
fucked.
he'd need to win 1 million yen, which at the time, 1998, was right around 8,000 US
How do we get
dollars,
mana on this shit?
through
Like, what?
only mail-in magazine sweepstakes in order to complete the challenge. and
Does
be
it get more
released.
mana now?
And yes, this does include food.
Alright.
They didn't provide him with any food. The only food he'd have access to is the food that he earns through mail-in sweepstakes. It just feels like there were better odds of a bird carrying $10,000 in its mouth crashing through the apartment window than actually earning 10 grand through mail-in sweepstakes. This shit is like something you would actually hear of like fucked up prison guards at Guantanamo Bay doing as like a joke or something. It's so cruel and brutally difficult. But Nasubi did actually pull it off. It took Nasubi 335 days total to finally make enough money to be released from it. Or at least, so you'd think. This is actually only the tip of the iceberg here, but I just want to give you the story in a nutshell. And I also want to explain the name Nasubi, because that's not actually the contestant's real name. His actual name is Tomoaki Hamatsu. The name Nasubi actually means eggplant. And he got this because the producers used an eggplant to censor his genitals for the broadcast, and they also said that his head resembled the shape of an eggplant. The whole point of the Susanoo Denpa Shonen broadcast here was to laugh at Nasubi, and people were. 17 million people having an old hoot and a holler, real side-splitting comedy, watching a man be legitimately tortured. Nasubi believed that he was being recorded and that the clips were going to be re-edited and broadcast for TV. So he would come in and like update people on what he's doing, like I just won this can of cat food, I just won this bicycle, and then he'd like dance around and try and make it entertaining, but he never knew that he was being live streamed the whole time. He was under the impression that
Really?
it was just going to be moments from the challenge.
That's
Not
kinda
that
fucked.
Every excruciating second of this challenge was being broadcast to all of Japan. Extremely fucked situation, and this is just the bare outline of it. What I want to do for this video is actually go through a lot of clips and moments from this live stream and the broadcast, as well as just everything surrounding it, because it is so baffling. It is bizarre that this actually
This motherfucker's stealing
I
my
remember
shit.
Vsauce
Fuck.
did a video on what happens to the mind when you're cut off from stimulation in the outside world for an extended period of time. And unsurprisingly, it is so psychologically damaging to be
I feel like we should be
completely
grouping up
alone
for
and
this
isolated
quest.
like Nasubi was. And Vsauce only did like a few days. Nasubi did over a year, 15 months total.
なんと
書いていると
はい
誰かが来た、
はい
宅急便
気分フードケミファさんのファイバーゼリー12個入り
I'm not feeling it. I want to hear what you call it's XQC's point of view.
Tortured a man for a year and
He's always got
broadcast it
something
every
stupid to
Sunday
say.
night. This isn't like reality TV where it's all fake and scripted, not to ruin Christmas for all the believers out there. This was legitimately torturing another human being for the sake of entertainment. And it was extremely popular, averaging 17 million viewers every Sunday night that they'd play the clips. That's absolutely massive even by today's standards. It's more viewers than the last 4 years of the NBA Finals and the World Series, and obviously more than most television shows get. For reference, The Boys season premiere got around 8 million viewers, and according to YouTuber Atrocity Guide, who also covered this story, the most viewed episode of Game of Thrones got around 16 million viewers, so it even beats that. Just an absolutely massive
that's
success, but it
insane.
doesn't stop there. The producers knew there was still a little milk left in those teats and they wanted to suckle. So they actually turned it from just a weekly broadcast into a full-blown live stream where you could log on online and watch him suffer in real time. So whenever you were just feeling particularly quirky, you could hop in there and watch a man be miserably tortured for the better
Wait, is there any Taz? Check for Taz. Somebody check for Taz. It's a long video, but just check for Taz.
part of a year. Doesn't that sound like fun? What a great way of starting the day. A nice bowl of cereal and milk for breakfast and watching a man's sanity slowly deteriorate as he dances
Yeah, the meta
around
for this
naked
quest should
in
be everyone
absolute
groups up
agony.
so we can do that in one go,
Wonderful.
because like
This
I
is
run
the
out of
story
mana before
of
I can
Nasubi.
get
As I
everything
briefly
here.
mentioned, another YouTube channel named Atrocity Guide made a great video on this topic, but I wanted to go
Oh, Taz, is that what you would crush this? I don't know what you're talking about.
even deeper. So we, Caleb, Chelsea, and I really did a fucking thorough deep dive,
Come
spreading
on.
the foul cheeks of this situation wide
Get
open,
out.
going through live streams, all of the broadcast clips, in order to really get
Give
a
me.
handle on just how
Damn
violent
it.
this whole thing was.
Grand Theft Auto that shit.
In 1998, a popular Japanese game show named
Get out.
Susanoo Dimpa Shonen held a raffle to find their next contestant for an upcoming show they were working on called A Life of Prizes. Nasubi ended up winning the lottery and was ecstatic. He believed this was going to be a big break for him since he was also an up-and-coming comedian, and he was escorted to a small apartment where he was then instructed to take off all of his clothes in order to participate in the game. The challenge was he would have to survive in this apartment on nothing but his winnings from sweepstakes. They only provided him with water, and he was told that he would not be allowed to leave or communicate with the
just-
outside
no.
world or have any access to anything that he didn't directly earn through magazine sweepstakes. He was told that he'd need to win 1 million yen, which at the time, 1998, was right around 8,000 US dollars,
What?
through only mail-in magazine sweepstakes in order to complete.
Bro, why do you keep saying why do you keep saying you would crush this shit? Why do you keep saying with this shit? What the fuck? Did I not watch something or something? What the fuck are you guys talking about, man?
The challenge.
Just
and
watch
be
the
released
video.
from room.
God damn.
Yes, this does include food. They didn't provide him with any food. The only food he'd have access to is the food that he earns through mail-in sweepstakes. It just
Okay,
feels
that's
like
rough.
there were better odds of a bird carrying $10,000 in its mouth crashing through the apartment window than actually earning 10 grand through mail-in sweepstakes.
Right.
This shit is like something
We're
you
good,
would actually
right?
hear of like fucked up prison guards at Guantanamo Bay doing as like a joke or something. It's so cruel and
What?
brutally difficult. But Nasubi did actually pull it off. It
No
took
shot.
Nasubi 335 days total to finally make enough money to be released from it.
It's almost a
Or
year.
at least so you'd think. This is actually only the tip of the iceberg here, but I just want to give you
Okay.
the story in a nutshell. And I also want to explain the name Nasubi, because that's not actually the contestant's real name. His actual name is Tomoaki Hamatsu. The name Nasubi actually means eggplant, and he got this because the producers used an eggplant to censor his genitals for the broadcast, and they also said that his head resembled the shape of an eggplant. The whole point of the Susanoo Dinpa Shonen broadcast here was to laugh at Nasubi, and people were. 17 million people having an old hoot and a holler, real side-splitting.
Yeah, but why naked though? I don't get it. Because I don't understand why naked. Why
Probably
not,
just
like,
humiliate
have,
the dude.
at least underwear.
Comedy,
doesn't make
watching a
sense.
man be legitimately tortured. Nasubi believed that he was being recorded and that the clips were going to be re-edited and broadcast for TV. So he would come in and like update people on what he's doing. Like, I just won this can of cat food. I just won this bicycle, and then he'd like dance around and try and make it entertaining. But he never knew that he was being live streamed the whole time. he was under the impression that it was just going to be moments from the challenge. Not that every excruciating second of this challenge was being broadcast to all of Japan. Extremely fucked situation.
What the
And this is just the bare outline of it. What I want to do for this video is actually go through a lot of clips and moments from this live stream and the broadcast, as well as just everything surrounding it.
place is a
because it
fucking
so
maze, this building.
baffling. It is bizarre that this actually happened. I remember Vsauce did a video on what happens to the mind when you're cut off from stimulation in the outside world for an extended period of time. And unsurprisingly, it is so psychologically damaging to be completely alone and isolated like Nasubi was. And Vsauce only did like a few days. Nasubi did over a year, 15 months total.
Oh, okay.
なんと
書いていると
はい
誰かが来た
あ
宅急便
Dude got some
キム
food.
フードケミファさんのファイバーゼリー12個入りでございま
Fiber
す。
jelly.
いただきます
This was Nasubi's first big win, a fat dubski.
Well,
He was able
see
to
if I can
secure
do this if
12
it's not
pounds of
bottlenecked.
fiber jelly. I don't know what the fuck fiber jelly is. I've never heard of it in my life. That sounds like a made-up substance in the movie Snowpiercer, but it was huge for
Snowpiercer?
Nasubi
What is
because
that?
it's his first bit of food since this started. So he was
Jelly with
extremely
fiber in
hungry
it, right?
And was able to get some nutrients. This wasn't the first thing he applied for, though. The first sweepstakes he was entering were for clothing items. He wanted to cover up, obviously, because being naked is going to be cold, uncomfortable, especially since it's being filmed. So he had applied for an apron first, but he didn't win.
やったまた何か
Ooh,
当たったんだ
that feels bad, man.
はいあはいわかりましたはい
当選か
え
全部で1700円になります。すいません、間違えました。
Oh,
Obviously, since Nasubi was trapped in isolation, cut off from the rest of the world, he cherished every single
dude
knockout.
got like a
It was the
wrong
only-
People
address.
said Hassan watched it, which makes me think, hey, yo, I mean,
You're copying
if it was
Hassan.
porn or something that happened, he would have said something somewhere or something like that.
Human interaction he gets. So he'd get excited, and of course,
Fuck
he's
me,
expected
there's
to
like a
win
bottleneck.
something
You gotta
since
like
announced
join
something
someone's
knocking
group
at
for
the
this, I
door.
think.
So he gets really hyped up.
I was
like,
in the
hey,
middle of this
finally
before-
something came
then
that's
the
gonna help
server
me get
went
closer to
down.
completing this challenge, or maybe it's food and I'm starving.
Unless,
But that wasn't always the case.
Unless-
These two clips here, sometimes it was just fucking
Oh, boy.
cool, where a postman knocked on his door just to let him know that he needs to put his name on the mailbox or some shit, and then also someone put the wrong address for a ramen delivery, so he couldn't even have the ramen after smelling it. Like, it was just really
feels
sad
bad,
to see.
man.
米か
We
で
good?
んでね
米だ
ナス米お米5キロで
Am I able to just leech this credit?
Finally, it seems fortune's looking up for Nasubi here. He's able to secure 5 kilograms of rice. But then things get heartbreaking when he realizes he has no way of cooking the rice, because he'd need to win a pot from a sweepstakes.
Soak it in
in
water
order
or
to
something.
use it. So he just has 5 kilograms of rice that he can't.
Can't you soak it in the water and it somehow does something that makes it edible, or is it you have to be absolutely has to boil?
It's fucking terrible. You know, like it's a treasure that you can't have. So he gets desperate and he starts resorting to eating the rice raw.
Jesus!
生米をかじる
お願いしますお買い
Fuck me. Alright, this is a bottleneck quest.
申し訳ないですけどねちょっとこれは失敗じゃないですか
Looks like the way back up.
ちょっと待って
Oh, fuck.
実験成功
And that's why they say it's a shallow pool, don't dive.
Unable to continue eating the rice raw, Nasubi knew he needed to find some way to cook it, so he went full fucking Jimmy Neutron here. He hatched an idea to put the rice into one of the jelly fiber containers, and he put hot water in it, left it out overnight, hoping to make it somewhat cooked. As you can see in the clip, he said, even if it's gruel, just make it into something. It didn't work at all. So he came
Gruel.
up with another plan to put it in the fiber jelly container, put it in the hot water and set it next to the gas burner. So that way it would kind of cook it by proxy.
Ooh.
And this worked. It was able to cook the rice, and now he had an efficient way of actually eating that rice that he won.
自転車に乗ってご飯を食える。
Bro, I don't know about it as
Yeah,
side
but-
booties.
Yeah.
Really, dude? Has someone watched the whole thing? Really,
Slowly but
dude?
surely, Nasubi was chipping away at that million yen goal,
Bro, that's a whole side peach, man.
winning more and more prizes, such as a bicycle, which on the surface seems pretty useless since he couldn't take it outside, but he turned it into a stationary bike, and I'm sure that was like a good way of stimulating him, because what the fuck else are you gonna do? So he'd eat his
I guess you don't
watery
see chicks,
rice
so it's
while
fine.
pedaling
Yeah, I
on
guess
the
it's fine.
bicycle. And he started gathering more and more winnings. It started to look like my fucking dorm room from college, just a
Well,
bicycle.
now think about it, dude. In music videos that everybody you're watching, you can see you see full bodies of girls because the strings at the back. It's fine.
Goal and
I
all
don't know
kinds
why
of
I'm fucking
miscellaneous shit
complaining, I
all over the
suppose.
place.
来ましたね、見事に。いやいや、やってみるもんですね。ほら。
お米の炊き方98年3月版ニューバージョンです。
ちゃってるよ、これ。
Oh shit, he upgraded to spaghetti.
これビアン。
Man, I could see this being a
He
fucking
also
virtual
upgraded his
simulator
whole cooking
game.
operation by using a pin and a can of sake. He was able to create a pretty efficient cooking apparatus. So he was able to make rice more efficiently. He was even able to cook spaghetti now. So he was really like climbing up the tech tree here by just being an absolute fucking genius. And it's also worth noting some of the more useless things he won, like the bicycle, wasn't entirely worthless because that helped increase the value of his winnings, bringing him closer to that million yen mark. So even if he couldn't get a ton of usage out of it directly, just having it in the room was beneficial because it gets him closer to being done with the challenge.
瞬間が訪れようとしている。しかし
あ、でも、ちょっと厳しいね。こんな
小さすぎた。
こんな感じになっちゃうね、ちょっとね。
Now it's been about 2 months in this
What?
clip here, and according to Atrocity Guide, Nasubi submitted 5,748 sweepstakes entries in the first month. So
Fucking
you can
hell.
imagine that he's right around that 11,000, 12,000 sweepstake entry ballpark, and he is just now winning his first article of clothing, which are used panties from someone named Hitomi-chan. I want to say I had no
The
idea
fuck?
the used panty market spanned this far back in time. This is 1998. I thought soiled panties, used socks, and bath water were things women started selling within the last decade to take advantage of like internet sales. I had no idea that this was a popular market all the way back into the 90s.
Yeah, but why is it a sweepstake though? I don't get it. why is that a raffle?
X asking the
Somebody's
real
like, "Okay,
questions.
Anyway, Nasubi wins these panties. It's his only article of clothing he's won so far, but they don't fit, unfortunately.
名前つけてあげないとね、かわいそうだね。そうだ。ナスビのお友達でビーナス。ビーナス
ナスビビーナス連れて初めてのお散歩。
I found this one to be extraordinarily sad, so still around 2 months now. He's had no contact with any human beings aside from the delivery guy just dropping off his winnings. He wins a stuffed seal which he names Binasu and takes him for a walk. It's his only source of companionship. That shit just breaks my heart to see. I'm not gonna lie.
すげえ肉だ。5枚の肉。
貧乏芸人の日常生活において
Am I rescuing this person?
想像だにしなかった。
肉をボールペンに刺して炙り始めた。5分後。
美味しそう。
ナスビにとって最高級の食べ物ステーキを今まさに食べようとする瞬
This is
Over
his first
here.
time winning a direct source of protein. Up until this point, his diet was mainly just the rice and like spaghetti. So he'd be getting
Jesus.
trace amounts of protein, but never something like steak. His macros had to be so fucked from this, but he finally gets steak, and he cooks it by using a ballpoint pin to cook it over the direct flame, and he gets to eat it and is super happy about it. I'd also like to highlight something in that note.
Oh,
he wrote.
no.
He said, in the life of a poor comedian, he's only used the word steak in his imagination. I think this is big because prior to this challenge, Nasubi wasn't a popular comedian in Japan.
I guess
He
that guy wasn't
well
quite
off
rescued,
or
was he?
anything like that. This was his big break. which is why he was so excited to be part of this
What is
show.
it? Fake
And then
cringe. I don't get it.
he gets tortured.
I don't know how
It's
this
so
is fake.
fucking cruel. Like you can't.
Let's say in a world where it is fake or whatever, right? Dude, the guy can sell his bones like me, but worse somehow and whatnot. Like
I can't help but feel absolutely.
All right, there we go.
当たった。
電車で電車で電車で電車でガッ
さらに
専用コントローラー
All right, I think this is where we ding to 72.
車掌はヴィーナスってな風に
かな
加熱しないで食べるつもり
Bro,
だ
this is fucked.
うん全然いけるおいしいおいしいうんすべてヴィーナス君のおかげだ
He wins a PlayStation game as well as a special controller for it.
But no
He doesn't
TV,
have a
right?
PlayStation or a TV to play it on. He then also wins raw pork and raw crab and eats it raw because he didn't really have an efficient way of cooking those. And you can see that he talks a lot to the stuffed seal. This is very much like a Castaway situation with Wilson.
Yeah.
When you're deprived of human life as
Wilson!
long as Nasubi has been, you start to try and find ways of being social. Humans are social creatures by nature, which is why it's so torturous to be deprived of that. It's fucking brutal. It's been right around 3 months by this point, and
Are
he
we
is
going
not
in here
even
now?
halfway done to the million yen goal.
掃除機です
3ヶ月ぶりの掃除スタート
テレビですテレビまあ
Can I make the dive?
1は映んねえのか
What is
ラッ
this?
プするよこれで
Oh, I think I made it. No, I didn't. Fuck me. Oh, I made it. Sweet.
He's able to win a vacuum cleaner, which enables him to clean the room for the first time in 3 months, and then wins a TV, which would have been great because he'd finally have some source of entertainment.
He doesn't have a
but
PlayStation though.
Unfortunately, since there was no antenna,
Oh.
it was useless because it would only play static, and he still didn't have a PlayStation that like play the PlayStation game that he won. So the TV was just a source of fucking white noise, I
I was
suppose.
gonna have to get a
And then
PlayStation
he
then.
finally gets something really, really useful, which is a toothbrush and toothpaste, which lets him brush his teeth for the first time in 3 months.
Fucking hell.
白衣を着た人現る
健康チェックに来ただけですか
All right, ding me,
全く
god
問
damn it.
題ありませんナスビさんは健康であると認めます
This is one component that I always see
Fuck
left
off.
out for all of the publications or videos that talk about the horror of the Nasubi story. They actually had a doctor come in and check up on him. The staff wanted to make sure that he wasn't like on the brink of death or that he hadn't
Yeah,
contracted.
what about his fucking vitamins and shit? What about a blood test or whatever? You can't even say he's healthy without actually getting a fucking full panel. Like, what?
Any like serious disease or anything. So they had a doctor come in, take his vitals, also did like a blood and urine test, or so they claim, and then gave him a clean bill of health. Now, assuming that that's all legitimate and not just, you know, theatrics for the television program, I would still say this doesn't take into account the actual torture this man is enduring. Like, even if his vitals are okay, he doesn't have a disease or any like big alarming health concerns. This is a man that has been deprived of sunlight, socialization, entertainment, and just basic human needs for 3 months by this point. So even if all of the blood work and all of that is within normal limits, this is a man who is still very much not okay. And to try and make it seem like, no, everything's great, Nasubi's happy, and this is a totally fine.
These
by the
guys
books
are
thing,
milking
the doctor
Nasubi.
says so, is even more scummy and shitty.
嫌なことに気づいてしまった命の源お米が米袋の底に溜まってる程度になってしまってる
ついに今日で最後かこれが最後のお米ですはいドッグフードです
すると
Oh shit!
What?
まずい
ドッグフード
Oh, he's eating dog food? Fucking hell.
Somehow the story keeps getting more tragic. The rice that he won on the 20th day was
Ran out.
finally running out, and he was unable to win any more during this time. So he resorted to eating dog food, and dog food became the primary thing that he was eating. It was like his main diet. So he was surviving off.
I remember
dog
trying
food.
dog food
And
as a
another
kid,
thing
like
that
the
I've seen
dry
brought up a
shit.
few times that
Would
I
not
also
recommend.
question is the legitimacy of like what shows up because it would have been very easy for producers to intercept things that Nasubi had won if they were too helpful. Like, I find it very odd that the only thing Nasubi won in terms of clothing throughout all 15 months was
Used
a pair
panties.
of panties. That seems so unrealistic. I really think there may have been foul play, and this is just a conspiracy, where the producers intercepted clothes in order to keep him naked for the sake of the comedy of the show. And I think that there could have been a lot of cases like that. There's also nothing that would have stopped him from sending things he didn't win, like dog food. He may have never like entered a dog food suit.
You know, I'm kind of surprised though that the guy didn't make like a belt or like a skirt out of like paper from magazines or whatnot.
Mistakes, and they could have sent it to him in order to further humiliate and torture him for the audience.
Actually, yeah, we're going
There's
back
just
to
so
org.
much
Wait,
shit in
I
here
didn't
that is
ding.
Beyond
Wait, what?
cruel and unusual.
Fuck.
It
I guess,
blows
like,
my
question
mind
mark.
that this is something that actually happened.
I need to go
to
kill a couple
real human
things.
being.
神よ我に生きる力を
Are you
与
dumb?
えきるこれですじゃんじゃんじゃんこれは
Inthrix the Harvest. No, I'm not gonna kill
Luckily,
him.
he was able to win
Jesus.
rice 3 months later. He won 10 kilograms of rice about 3-ish months after mainly surviving off dog food, as well as a couple of other foods that he'd win here and there. But dog food for a while was his primary source of nutrition. And then he finally gets rice again. Now, it's been about 6 months-ish, and he is finally halfway to the goal. In 6 months, he
Chat,
reaches
I
the...
think if I'm wrong, but surprisingly enough, isn't dog food like, yeah, it's not healthy for humans, but it's to have like a balance, like a certain amount of vitamins and protein. It's like really like bad meat and dog shit, like grinded, but it's got a good amount of nutrients, no?
halfway
It's
point.
pretty
According
nutritious.
to a
There
trusted
we
guide,
go.
he has
Ding,
submitted
ding, ding.
38,000 entries by this point. 38,000 sweepstakes entries.
Okay,
in
that
6
goes to
months,
this,
and he's
so we have more
halfway
threats.
to the goal.
久しぶりだ
この時ナスビは思った。
終わりですか100万いったんですか
Fuck, they're waking him up.
いってない
What?
意味がわからないんですけど全然うわー車やった動いてる動いてるこれはまあ全部揃ってるというか
Wait, if I healing wave myself, does that clean it? Nope.
Just when you thought it couldn't get more fucked up. So what happened here is this show was so popular, people eventually found out where Nasubi was being held. So there was paparazzi, reporters and everything that all were crowding around the space, so the producers moved him to an identical space where no one would know where he was. It was
Didn't we
super
have like a
far away, it was
Zeppelin
like
dude that
5
just
hours
teleports you
away, I
actually?
believe. And this whole time, Nasubi thought, oh, I must have won. But it turns out he
Just
didn't.
teleport me there?
They were just moving him to continue
Save me
the
the
game
time.
in a different location. It looks
There
like
we go.
actual kidnapping, and to a certain extent it is. The entire time, Nasubi is kind of delirious. He hasn't talked to people in a long time. He even says his mind is clouded with anxiety, and he's saying things that don't make any sense. He's unable to really talk to people or talk around people in general. He's like completely lost that ability due to right around 6 months in total isolation.
しかしこの企画が放送されていることを知らないナスビにプロデューサーは
なんか演技担ぎじゃあ私のためってことですねこれは
意味余る光栄です
The team told Nasubi that he was moved to a new location for renewed luck, so better fortune at a new
Bro,
spot.
that's fucked.
Because they didn't want to tell him the real reason that they were relocating him.
Thank you,
so
man.
they came up with
So
that.
nice.
And I'm pretty sure Nasubi doesn't believe them because he kind of laughs about it, saying, oh, so it's for my own benefit. I think he's very well aware now that this is a pretty fucking evil team of producers here, and whatever reason they had for moving him probably wasn't for his own benefit.
格屋のこれは椅子と机が当たったってことなのかなこれは社長気分っつうのかね
当選第1号国用のパーソナルデスク&チェア
操作しづらいんですよね爪が邪魔でね
うわ
爪がこんなになっちゃってるからね
His first win in the new location actually is a fucking fat one. He gets a new desk, a new chair. They're both relatively expensive too, so it's a great victory for him. And he shows his nails. The nail growth is outrageous. He hasn't been able to trim them in about 6 months now. Like, he is genuinely a prisoner here, and it shows.
With this room switch, producers decided to offer a live web stream alternative, causing them to digitally follow Musubi around with a joystick in order to censor his genitalia. As you can see, the quality of the live stream is primitive, but keep in mind...
Nothing at 72? Are you fucking with me? Is it only odd numbers?
High quality clip showing how they censored the live stream or did the live broadcast.
Well, good thing I came back for Lesser Healing Wave rank 8, am I right?
What they did is the producers had a whole team that was dedicated to following Musubi around with a joystick like they were playing a fucking arcade game with a sensor to keep his dick and balls off the screen. And they live streamed him. They wanted to offer a real-time alternative instead of just doing like the weekly Musubi update with clips. They wanted 24/7
Bro,
Musubi
I'm loving this.
coverage.
Guys, it's so outrageous. It's like, dude. Oh, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm in an office and I'm like the dick stick mover. Like, I can explain it to somebody.
That wanted to go watch. So this was pretty innovative for its time. I think it's definitely one of the first like actual around-the-clock live streams that ever actually aired. It's pretty impressive.
The first live streamer, Nasubi.
ここまでね当たんないってのもなかなか久しぶりの出来事でね。
車で移動。着いたところは
ちょっといいよ。いいですか。
ナスビのあまりの運のなさに見かねたスタッフは当選運の上昇を願い2度目の引っ越しを決めたのだった。
So Nasubi initially had a good string of luck at the new location. I believe, according to Atrocity Guide, he had done 17,000 entries and won decent stuff, but then hit a really bad cold streak, even ran out of food at one point, so the producers did move him again to another location to help him out in winning more prizes, I suppose, and it worked because he did win more prizes.
ビデオデッキを頭にぶつ
Why
け
are you guys waiting for the Zeppelin? Just teleport like a Chad.
ほんと10ヶ月ぶりにねトイレットペーパーに触ったよ。
Toilet paper.
He finally wins food again and really celebrates.
Was he wiping with
getting
his
some potato
hands?
chips, and he also gets
The
a
fuck?
VHS player, which will be nice to go with the TV, assuming he ever wins a VHS tape to play it. But I think the most important thing he
Okay,
is
so
toilet paper. This
I think I need to do all these quests in this area to eventually get a Nexus quest.
10 months.
I think some of them are just straight up in there.
Now I feel like I'm in love with his fucking thought of there's like a big conspiracy or whatever, because he wins like a game and a TV, but no console ever of anything, and then he wins a VHS and a TV, but never any tapes. No shot, dude. Absolutely. I'm sure there was a bunch of fucking sweepstakes for fucking movies.
I'm gonna need another cup of coffee.
There's probably thousands.
He tries to take a shit just out of frame, but was unable to.
Because if you watching this all day.
Unsuccessful mission there, but at least he finally has toilet paper.
Okay, well.
それは8ヶ月前のこと。
電車でゴーンとるだ好き。
6ヶ月前。
おー来たよ。まずや。電車で go.
Now this is by far the meatiest win he's gotten so far.
That's wicked insane.
That's pretty expensive, especially during this time period, and it also enables him to have real entertainment for the first time in 10 months. This is like a moment that's straight out of like Civilization, where you climb up the tech tree slowly but surely. 8 months prior to this, he won a PlayStation 1 game, Did Shit to Go, which also had the special controller to go with it. Couldn't play it obviously at the time. 6 months ago,
What did he get?
won a TV. So he had a PlayStation game, a controller, a TV, but no console. He finally got that last missing piece of the puzzle, the console, and is able to play PlayStation games now. Well, the single PlayStation game he won. And what's really interesting about this is
actually
this is his
game
first
streamer.
piece of actual entertainment he's had since being fucking imprisoned here. But also, and this was pointed out by Caleb, This would make him the world's first video game live streamer. Because
Fucking
this is all
OG.
being live streamed. All of this is a live broadcast. And he spent 4 straight days playing his PlayStation. So for 4 straight days, he was being streamed playing a game. This man was the patient zero of streaming. He walked so Twitch could run.
一週プランで電車で GO に熱中するナスビ。電車で GO 3日目に突入。
プレステでございます。
What?
He
This
played
guy's
so
our
much
prisoner
good
of war.
shit to go that he had to ban himself from playing it further so he could focus on entering into more sweepstakes and getting closer to freedom. So he stopped playing the game, went back to writing entries, and he was able to do it. He pulled off the last remaining prizes he needed to reach that million
No
yen mark.
shot.
一歩間違えてダイヤにしてくれてれば。
今回当たったタイヤが8万4000円。
Guys, I just had another fucking dude. How do you call that? Dude, you know, like
An
a
idea?
deja vu? Every time I move, I have this deja vu that I'm playing a video. I look over the chat. I look at the wall behind me. Then I think, oh, then I think of a death last time, and then I'm like, oh wow, is this deja vu? And it's this same loop. It's like the 4th or 5th time. Do you remember that when I told you guys about this? I just had it again.
Do we got an English subtitles for
I
that?
just had it again.
96万
That's
9614円。
The tires put him extremely close to completing the challenge. He was right at the finish line here, so close he could throw the Dinsha to go disc right over the finish
Use it on
line.
this dude.
Only a couple more wins would secure this, and he was able to pull it off. The final item he won that put him over the million yen threshold was a bag of rice. But Nasubi didn't know he won. It had been 335 straight days of constant, non-stop, relentless filling out of sweepstakes in order to win these prizes. 335 days of torture, and Nasubi had finally reached the finish line, but didn't know it.
Only took you 5 needles, pussy. The fuck?
お祝いクラッカーで祝福。
100万になったってことですか。ああ、やった。11ヶ月と1日前に脱がされた私の服ですね。
Per usual, the producers come in like a group of burglars during the night and start popping party poppers in his face, which scares the shit out of him
Without saying
and
anything.
really confuses him. They eventually explain that he did win, he made a million yen, and they give him his clothes back. It's been 11 months and 1 day. This is the first time Nasubi is putting clothes on in that entire time frame. So when he puts them on, he says that it's uncomfortable and itchy. But he's very, very, very happy
What
to be done with
up?
the contest and
Okay,
glad
we got
that
it.
he's completed it. But that's not where this story ends.
食べる骨付きカルビにナスビ悶絶。
The producers took Nasubi to Korea, telling him
What?
it was a celebration for completing the game,
Oh, no.
for all of his hard work. So they went to an amusement park. He ate a lot of great food. He had a wonderful, incredible time, and then things got real fucked up.
Oh no.
そこは
What?
The fuck? They're telling him to strip again. He's like, oh no, not again. Can people live in Korea by only winning prizes? Wow, okay.
ナスビ大ショック。
Nasubi was making them far too much money. The producers weren't done suckling from this cash cow's teat, so they trapped Nasubi in Korea. The goal this time wasn't a million yen. This time he was going to have to enter sweepstakes in Korea, which he didn't speak Korean, so he had to use a Korean.
Wait. Is that even legal though?
Wait, what?
Is he allowed to
Is this
stay
not the place?
More than half a year or whatever amount of time in a foreign country without an actual visa? What the fuck?
Japanese dictionary to translate.
That's
His goal
not
was
even
to
legal.
enter the sweepstakes, win prizes enough to afford a plane ticket from Korea to Japan. That was the objective. He was stripped naked yet again and forced to
Do we
endure
actually
the
gotta go in this
same
cave?
torture that he had already endured for
Oh, just reading?
335
Winterfen
days
Cavern
prior.
reading.
I would like to make a mention here. There is a moment where the producer says, if you don't want to do this, just say so. To which Nasubi responds, "I'll do it."
I don't think I'm
So,
coming
I
in this
don't
cave.
think they'd
Am
ever
I? Yeah,
forced him against
there's
his
not
will
really
to complete these
anything in
challenges,
here.
but he was pretty much.
I think this has something to do with like the Naga
after
quest
doing
line.
these things. So, in the pursuit of Nasubi's big dreams, he allowed himself to be tortured mercilessly.
But how do you even convert that sort of fame into
Gurgle,
anything
gurgle.
during those times when you get out of it? When you spend
Winter.
the whole days, you didn't go
Monitoring
home
the
and
rifts.
benefit or grow from that fame. You're stuck in a room, literally. That doesn't make any
For
sense.
15 months.
The Argo meter. Wait.
こんなにいっぱいということは商品
The
総額
Argo
が
meter.
47,800円ということは
What I guess says you. What it says you. Every time I turn off the stream, are you done?
Oh, okay.
Are you done? You fucking done? You done, motherfucker? Tell me
All
we're
right.
fucking done. Tell me done!
ゴール46,900円突破検証生活 in Korea
This time
Then
around,
where did it
however,
want me to go?
Nasubi went fucking plus ultra, straight up turbo mode. He had become a master.
Where did it want me to
at
drop
shit.
that bomb at?
So he was actually able to complete this challenge in just about 2 months, which made the producers very upset because he didn't suffer long enough. So they increased the challenge duration. They moved the goalpost. Instead of just getting a one-way ticket from Korea to Japan in economy class, they required him to get an additional 9,000 yen in prize winnings to upgrade that ticket to business class.
Why
クラ
though?
スという一番安い料金
What?
こんなに頑張ったのにエコノミークラスとはあんまりだそこでビジネスクラスにランクアップ点まであと
Business class rank up.
Yeah, more scummy, evil shit from the producers here. They never even told him he initially completed the goal here. They just let him keep writing postcards until he'd gather another 9,000 yen. They didn't want him to win quickly. They didn't really want him to win at all because the longer he struggles and suffers, the more money they were making. So they let him just keep going and tried to spin it as a positive thing, like, look at how hard Nasubi's working. We're not going to let him fly in economy class. So the new goal is business class because it's what Nasubi would want. Just genuinely fucked shit.
頑張ったってこんなお茶2袋じゃよ
4000円ということは商品総額は61,800円ということファーストクラスにランクアップ
Rank up.
ゴールの金額もランクアップ
Nasubi easily gathered the remaining 9,500 yen after winning some expensive tea leaves, so he was absolutely slapping the producers' bottoms. Like he was
What's the rank up after first class? Are they gonna make him buy a whole fucking chopper or a fucking plane to get out of it? Dude.
going hog wild right now. So again, they increased the goal without ever telling him. Now, business class wasn't good enough. Now it was going to have to be a first class ticket, which was an additional 20,000 yen, I believe. Which, again, was pretty quick for Nasubi to
Buy
gather.
the plane,
He won a live
buy a
octopus,
jet,
a big picture
buy a-
frame, and
buy a
was able to
fucking
gather enough money
commercial
for prizes
airline,
pretty quickly.
buy an airport, buy the neighbor, buy the city, motherfucker, buy the fucking country, motherfucker, buy the whole planet, dude. Jeez, Jeff Bezos challenge with this bitch.
Get that final rank up
Christ,
to
man.
first class passenger. So then he finally gets the ticket from Korea to Japan in first class, and it's over.
そしてプロデューサーに連れられたナスビ登場もちろんアイマスクにヘッドホンが
Alright, let's get a Nexus under our belt. Should be super easy.
なんと脱ぎ始めた
The fuck? That's fucked up.
Hello?
Dude's so used to just stripping.
Degenerates.
But the story wouldn't be complete without one more final act of cruelty towards Nasubi. They blindfold him, put noise-canceling headphones on him, disorient him, and drag him on stage into a mock room designed to look like the rooms that he'd been staying in for the last 15 months. So out of pure instinct, he gets completely nude again. It's the only life he knows, so without ever being told to take his clothes off,
That's
he does
rough.
it anyway. And then the walls break away, revealing a live studio audience laughing at him and congratulating him for completing the show. Nasubi is understandably confused because for 15 months he has been psychologically and physically tortured. So he doesn't understand what's happening, he doesn't get it, and is shocked, scared, and all
What do you get?
around
Nexus
bewildered.
quests?
It's
Nope.
just one more sick fucking joke from the producers. Millions of people watching the finale, as well as thousands in person watching him, completely naked and completely having no idea what's going on or why. The Life of Prizes was finally complete, and the entire show, Susanoo Denpa Shonen, was cancelled pretty shortly after. It didn't have like a super long run after this. But the toll that this experience took on
Was there
Nasubi's
no
life
quests,
obviously
or are
didn't
they
stop with
inside the
finale.
dungeon? I think they're in the
He
dungeon.
reported being uncomfortable
Alright.
in clothes for about 6 months afterwards, and his social skills had obviously deteriorated. He said he was a lot more shy and not really able to be a comedian super well anymore because obviously he had been cut off for so long from people. He just kind of lost the ability to carry on conversations efficiently and overall just became a lot more reserved as a result of this. He did, however, sell his diary, the Nasubi Life of Prizes diary, like his journal, and that was a bestseller. That was a massive success. But he himself never achieved that level of fame that he was kind of promised with a show like this. He did have certain roles in other productions, and some of them pretty sizable roles in other productions, but never a massive success in Japan, even though this is like the most successful live stream in Japan's history. So just an overall extremely sad and cruel story. The main producer behind this show has gone on record and said he doesn't regret anything. He said his goal is to make miracles on film, and with Nasubi, he accomplished that goal. He did apologize to
Scored him.
Alright, so many fucking DPS. I just need a healer.
He did apologize to him, but the apology only
Holy
does
shit.
fuck all. Like that doesn't make up for 15 months of lost human contact and health.
I need a healer. This guy, I need you as heals.
I guess at least he apologized, even though he made millions of dollars off the back of Nasubi's suffering. But anyway, I wanted to share this story because I find it to be one of the most interesting ones when it comes to like live broadcast television.
Alright, anyone here?
This is
I'm at the
first
stone.
live streams, and it was fucking bizarre. Extremely fucked up story.
Yeah.
Share that with all of you. Thank you to Chelsea for compiling a bunch of clips here, so that way we can tell the story as best as possible. And yeah, that's about it.
That's kind of insane, though. Jeez, that was mildly entertaining and kind of depressing, to be honest.
Phrases using one word.
That was an absolute disaster. Jesus.
Our boys here? Alright.
The bizarre downfall of Greek God X. I feel like if I would make a video like this, I'd be pretty damn good at it. I'd be pretty damn good at it.
Hi, chat streamer is one of the hardest things to achieve. Becoming a popular Twitch streamer is one of the hardest things to achieve on the internet today. Anybody with a computer and a $20 webcam can be a streamer, and there's so much more supply than demand that most streamers never get viewers. It takes a Herculean effort Hard work and discipline to stream to no one for months or maybe years. Social skills to learn networking and how to entertain an audience, and a massive amount of good luck doesn't hurt either. Dimitrios Tanatos, aka Greek God X, was at one time one of the most popular streamers on the planet. When he first launched his stream in 2017, there was so much hype and anticipation that over 27,000 people tuned in at the same time.
Tyler, we did it!
In the space of
Need you heals.
stream sniper that nobody wanted around to one of the most popular streamers on Twitch, with all the money and fame that comes with that. But it didn't last for long. Now, Greek is at the center of wild controversies, has burned almost
If you
all of his
investigated an
bridges,
armed and
and
dangerous
lost
person
most
in
of
a
his
wiki.
once
Yeah, not my res. Don't care.
I took your spot. I'm friends with all your friends now. You lost to Ice Poseidon's cameraman. We completely traded sides. Now you're getting like 300 viewers, and look at me.
To understand just how massive this loss has been,
I believe we go here first and then we go over there.
Understand just how monumental his journey to the top was. Like so many other content creators, Dimitri would start off by creating a Minecraft YouTube channel. When this didn't take off like he had hoped, Dimitri decided he wanted to be a Twitch streamer. But Greek was smart, and he realized that starting from 0 viewers would be nearly impossible if he wanted to become a popular streamer. So he decided to stream snipe the biggest streamer on the platform until he noticed him, Soda Puff. It started in World of Warcraft, but then Greek started following Soda.
Guys, just before the video starts, guys, I feel like a lot of snipers though, they just do it for attention, right? Doesn't mean that they have like some nefarious plan of like 20 million steps of how they're gonna fucking do this and then what they're gonna do. Guys, I know Greek, okay? I know Greek, okay? I get
I
it.
think they're
People say he's a leech.
they
or
change
whatever.
talents or
He played
whatnot,
off
I
the
guess.
leech part because it's funny and it's a good skit, okay? But initially, I think it's just to be entertaining and to get attention. It's both. I'm the same way, okay? Even before stream sniping, guys, I used to stream snipe in real life, okay? If I saw people that I know do something, I would show them in real life, okay? Why? Just for attention and entertainment, okay? No, you guys like not get it. People that they are doing something and you do something funny around them, or like you show them in real life, whatever. And then you don't get it. Okay, just forget it.
Into any game he played.
I think we go this way.
In the biggest game of the time, H1Z1.
Hey, Soda, it's Greek. Nice to meet you. Just because you don't jump.
Unfortunately for Greek, this didn't really go anywhere at the time beyond a few funny clips and making Soda's community hate him. It seemed like Greek was running out of options, but one man's misfortune was about to change Greek's life forever. In April of 2016, popular streamer Tyler Warren was permanently banned from his main game, League of Legends. Tyler had played League of Legends almost exclusively, and was determined to climb the ladder and become the best player in the world. He had become extremely addicted to the game, and was also extremely toxic, leading to his ban. But now it was time for Tyler to enter the wild world of variety streaming. The news of Tyler's ban rippled throughout the Twitch community, and Greek took notice. H1Z1 was still popular, so Tyler decided to give it a try. This was Greek's shot to get another big streamer's attention and launch his career. The stream sniping campaign that Greek was about to unleash was absolutely...
27 months.
Got one.
Anytime Tyler logged into any game, Greek was right there behind him, screaming, screeching, causing absolute chaos. If Tyler was live for 10 hours a day, Greek was stream sniping for 10 hours that day. Tyler's audience absolutely hated this unhinged stalker behavior and encouraged Tyler and friends to kill Greek on site in any game they played. This went on for 6 months, with Tyler learning how to be a variety streamer and Dimitri learning how to be the most prolific stream sniper the world has ever seen. Tyler had a
I never knew Greek God was a stream sniper.
and his main duo partner for H1Z1 was Young Sloth. One day in late 2016, Sloth couldn't game with Tyler. Greek saw his chance. He asked to play with Tyler, and the rest of chat agreed. They queued up for their first game together, and the audience absolutely loved it.
You should go through some round story to tell. I think rule number 1 when playing with Greek. If there's one AR in the building, it's mine. Rule number 2, no baiting or feeding. Rule number 3, if there's a car, I drive. Rule number 4, refer to me as Jesus Christ.
Shut the
Greek asked if he could be made a mod of Tyler's Twitch chat, and Tyler agreed on the condition that Greek play H1Z1 with him
Heels.
for 24 hours straight.
Heels? Question mark heels?
24 hours, Greek evolved from a stream sniping Twitch leech to a
We watch your shit literally
Oh,
every
excuse me,
night.
man, there's no
Thanks
balance,
for
sir.
always
Cold bomb
being
by
there
boy.
and making us laugh.
Sorry
It
you didn't get in,
helps
man.
us through tough times.
What's up, man? I'll pause it off for now just because we watch this.
Greek god of entertainment. Tyler's chat instantly loved him, sending messages.
Are we going this way or this way?
Saying that Greek took Tyler's
I
content.
think we go this
Guys,
way,
guys,
right?
Guys, I don't want to break the fourth wall, okay? But I hope that you guys understand, okay? Like, throughout the entire video, anytime that he does a situation like this, he chooses his word pretty carefully here. He says entertainment, entertaining, entertainment, okay? So a lot of it is coming out and he's doing entertaining, okay? When people are sniping and you're like, oh yeah, this guy is doing this to make it, bro, they provide no entertainment, boring as fuck, trash, and then they plug. It's like, and people compare old Greek, people who come in and they're gonna like it. They're like, and you're like, dude, why do you compare?
I vaguely
a guy
remember
who
going
goes
this
on stream
way,
for
though.
3 seconds, and the first thing he says is spamming his fucking link. But the Greek who sniped for fucking 6 months that built something. It's not even just stop. It's no
Next level. They quickly became best friends, gaming together every day and effortlessly creating some of the funniest content Twitch has ever seen.
One shot. They got it on right down the point. One shot. You hit one bullet. One planting. One shot. Turn around! Dude, when you're screaming, saying he's one shot on a fucking thing, I can't fucking hear. It's all a fucking fever. Fuck up. Dead people don't speak. Dead people do not speak. If you die, you shut your fucking mouth.
Jesus.
Do I make myself clear? Say yes, sir. Now! Go f yourself.
After about 8 months of playing with
I think
Taylor, the big
or
day
I guess let's go this way,
in
whatever.
April 2017,
I'm
Greek
thinking I go out there
started
with
streaming.
where the dragons
This
are and
stream
shit,
was
but it's been a
huge, and
long
fans
ass
came
time
from
since I've done
Tyler's
this
stream
dungeon.
in all corners of Twitch to welcome Greek to the platform and support his new career. This first stream at one point brought in nearly 30,000 concurrent viewers.
Tyler's ringing! Tyler! Dude, stop leeching, Tyler, dude! I got more viewers than you! Back up, boy! Tyler, we did it! Tyler!
Greek had done it. He had achieved his dream of becoming a full-time streamer and made some great friends along the way. But this massive overnight success didn't come for free. The pressure of tens of thousands of fans watching Greek every day quickly gave him anxiety, and he started to feel trapped. He had achieved everything he ever wanted. What next?
Come here.
I'm so miserable. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm miserable. Like, what's the fucking point, dude? What is the point? Like, why am I here? What, am I just gonna work? I don't even like money. Like, raise a lot, but
If you don't
I
like
even
money,
spend
give me your
on
money,
anything,
please,
you know?
Greek.
I was telling her, like, all I do is buy
I
the
love
same
money.
black t-shirts.
Kick
you know,
that.
And I just buy food, and I don't, what do I buy? I've got my computer. The only thing I like is gaming, and I'm gaming every day.
Side tangent, you know when you asked about this again? Side tangent, because I would love to buy black shirts over and over, and you guys know I like black shirts. I can't because this camera is so fucking bad. This camera is so fucking dog shit. Okay, if I wear a black shirt, the whole camera goes white. Okay, the whole thing goes white and it starts bugging. I would fucking love to wear black shirts. I can't wear them, man.
I'm doing what I like, but now what? Like, what? Am I just gonna do this for the rest of my life?
Greek went into a deep
What? You don't believe me, motherfucker? I did this a million times. Look, 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 look! Fuck!
depression, and after a few weeks of
Wait, is there a way out of here? I'm pretty sure there is, right? Yeah, this thing.
It actually makes it forces me to buy colored t-shirts, which they're pretty cool.
riding the high of being popular on his main channel, started streaming on a smaller alternate channel to a handful of viewers. Greek's fans were frustrated with this and started to revolt. The audience that he had spent countless hours stream sniping to get was quickly withering away.
Okay, we just
It looked
came
like
from there.
Demetrius
We're
Simon's
going here,
spotlight
right?
would be as short as Tyler 1. But there was something on the horizon that had the potential to save Greek's career. TwitchCon. Greek flew to Los Angeles
I
later
don't
in
know if this is the
2022
way or
to
we're
stay
going
with
the
Ice
other way.
Poseidon for about a month.
Yeah.
Ice had recently been permabanned from Twitch after being swatted on a plane earlier in the year, and was in the early stages of streaming on YouTube. Ice had been one of the most popular streamers on Twitch for a long time, for his unhinged IRL streams, and he had practically invented the genre of streaming while walking around and getting into trouble. The streams with Greek were no different. Ironically, this new wave of content allowed Greek to start to win back his audience the same way he gained it originally, on someone else's stream. Finally, the big day came. TwitchCon. Greek finally got to meet someone he looked up to very much.
Is this your button? Oh my god! Silent! Get out of there, buddy! Whoa.
There's 5 bosses in here. Okay.
I don't smell bad. Stop sniffing me, though. Stop it. Hey! I mean, you're pretty bad at first, I'm not gonna lie. Dude, I'm happy to see you, dude. I don't know.
Dude, he's so shy. Dude, listen, guys. I know Tyler. Okay, guys, listen. I don't know him that well. But I know Tyler pretty good. Okay. He is never like this. Okay, I feel like he would never be like this with anybody else, but first thing Greek. He's so shy here.
I don't smell bad.
He is not like this at all.
Stop it. Hey!
It's kind of cute.
I mean, you're pretty bad at first, I'm not gonna lie. Dude, I'm happy to see you, dude. I don't know. Are you crying, dude? No, come here, man. I'm crying, dude. Sorry, you'll make me cry, man. Buddy. Dude, okay, man. Yeah, happy to see you, dude.
After a few more days of hanging out with friends and having the time of his life, Greek went back to England, energized and ready to get back to streaming. But Greek had brought back more than a bunch of Adderall he stole from Ice Poseidon. He brought back knowledge. Ice Poseidon had taught Greek about building community, and Greek started calling his core group of fans GGX. Greek relied on his GGX boys to fuel his continued growth on Twitch and upload his clips on livestream fails, the popular subreddit where all the most annoying Twitch drama goes down. Livestream fails would be an important part of Greek's stream in this new chapter of content, as Dimitri started reacting to clips and drama as a major part of his content, something not a lot of people were doing yet. He also went back to gaming with Tyler, and Greek's streams started to grow again. But then, only a few months after TwitchCon, Tyler got unbanned from League of Legends. Tyler had a choice to make. He could add League to his rotation of variety games and keep playing with Greek, or he could go back into the game full time and compete to be the best again. Tyler chose League.
The live servers. How?
Well, no shit.
How did they think that was okay to even put it in the game? I'm so sick of this company. The trash! Fix the game! It sucks! Playing this shit! I'm getting addicted! So I can't
Aren't we all?
Greek was back on his own, so he kept experimenting with his content and networking with other streamers. This led to Greek flying to Texas in May of 2018 to stream with Soda Poppin', Trainwrecks, and the whole Austin streamer group. But this was short-lived, and when Greek went back home, he started talking about quitting streaming again. Anxiety, depression, and an existential yearning for something more kept sabotaging Greek's streaming career. By the end of the year, he was streaming only once or twice a month. But even in his deepest depression, Greek realized there was one major change he could make to his life to improve it.
And I've never said this before, and I want to tell you how serious it was. I was so depressed I wanted to kill myself. It was that bad. It was that bad.
Alright,
Like I
let's
was
do
so
a
fat,
big
I felt
pull.
useless, and my knees hurt. I thought this isn't life. I felt terrible. I seriously felt terrible. I couldn't move, and I felt terrible. I didn't want to live. It was the reality.
2019 was a year of massive change for Greek. He ended up losing an absolutely life-changing amount of weight through diet and exercise, and everyone was happy to see it. In December, Greek announced he was applying for a visa to move.
I don't know what you're gonna say. Still fat. I feel like don't understand how muscle works. Like if you change diet and you work out a lot at some time, you do both, right? And you're losing weight. Okay. A lot of people have an incredible amount of muscle under the small layer of fat over it. Some
Oh,
people
yeah, that's me.
kind of fat over it, and they got a bunch of fucking bunched up muscle under, man. That's how it is. That's how it is, man.
Exercise, and everyone was happy to see it. In December, Greek announced he was applying for a visa to move to the US.
And then
A couple
scammed,
months
yeah,
later,
but
Greek
still.
dropped a huge announcement.
This wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for an organization named TSN. All thanks to them, I'm living a comfortable life here in Texas. Now who goes there? What in tarnation? I don't remember. Don't worry, Rusty, nobody saw that.
Greek had been invited to join gaming org TSM, and he was moving to Texas. He would live in Sodapoppin's house. The same streamer Greek started his career sniping years ago, but not everyone was happy for Dimitri.
Yes, I see that Greek joined TSM. Dude, I watched the video muted. I'm sorry, bro. He's not. I'm sorry. I don't want to say this because, listen. Greek lost a lot of weight, and I'm very proud of him. And that's amazing. That's awesome. With that weight loss, his humor also left. Okay? There.
There was a lot of debate within Greek's community about when his humor changed. Was it when he lost the weight? Was it when he stopped streaming with Tyler? No matter the perspective, most
people hated that. People hated Tyler for that because he said the truth. You remember that meme, like the journal drawing that says people hated him because he said the truth? That's kind of how I feel about that.
Most agreed something had changed. This new Greek was different, for better or worse. Once in Texas, Greek really leaned into React content, watching memes, reacting to clips, and Reddit. Occasionally, Greek would also do an IRL stream with his housemates Sodapoppin, NMP Lol, and NMP's girlfriend and fellow streamer Milena. Being part of both a gaming organization and a streaming house seemed to help Greek stream more regularly. But even with more consistent streams, his viewership started to decline.
So I basically got to start from fresh. Like, I'm down to kill my channel and rebuild. That's why I'm just playing COD. Like, dude, give me give me 2K viewers, buddy. I didn't give a like, as long as I'm just got a nice community. I just want to enjoy my experience streaming. Is that much to ask? And if you ever express your feelings like this, you're a victim.
I'm going the wrong way.
You're a victim.
Yeah.
Oh.
No joke though, which is kind of unfortunate. I think. Okay, big league. Okay, it's not big. It's not a big league. It's not a big league. Nobody gives a fuck about this. TSM at the time, maybe they're still like that. Okay, they used to have a lot of contracts. Their contracts had a lot of hours, but also
does that just bring us back?
Ad density cutoffs.
Oh.
And not a lot of people were like comfortable with that.
So wait, we're
I wasn't
backtracking.
What? It's not a big. It's not a big league, whatever, right? So I feel like you can do a lot of filler content, but I still kind of feel like he did a lot of like Warzone shit. Just to try to fill it in and get those photos of it because he was on PSM because it was like a thing in terms of revenue. So it's, I don't know.
if you ever express your feelings like this, you're a victim. You're a victim. Oh yes. Oh he wants a positive community. What a victim, dude. Imagine wanting a positive community, dude. Well, Greek's changed. He's just victim. Oh boo hoo! I'm so sad. Like. His ego's so
going
big
this
now.
way before.
Greek's relationships with other streamers also started to suffer before too long. In May of 2021, he moved out of Sodapoppin's house and moved in with another Austin streamer, PokeLols. Soda made a statement about Greek moving out of his house, saying there was no drama behind it and he had simply moved out. Despite Sodapoppin doing his best to have no drama about the move, conspiracy theories
it was a little tense. It was a little tense for sure.
Abounded, bringing up everything from Greek's visa expiring to stealing Milena's panties. This friction with other streamers came to a head when Greek got into gambling streaming. Streamers at the time were signing huge contracts.
Maybe don't do this poll. These guys hit hard.
With the biggest streamers participating like Trainwrecks, claiming he was making over $1 million a month.
That doesn't do it.
Greek got into this too and began doing sponsored gambling streams. Other streamers like Asmongold questioned the ethical and legal challenges this would bring to the platform, tweeting, "Twitch needs to ban gambling streams full stop. The amount of bullshit and pitfalls this is going to create in the next 6 months will the website in so many ways that we don't even realize yet. Just looking at EU gambling laws, anyone could see this will not end well." Greek responded to this tweet saying, "Crazy take since members of OTK have taken gambling deals. Time for a team meeting." This got the attention of OTK member, fellow Austin streamer, and one of the biggest rising stars on Twitch, Mizkif.
Greek did gamble. Greek lost a ton of fucking money. And then Greek, next thing I know, I see him on stream, he has X base point stake, and he's doing media share on top of it. You know? But Greek's lucky because he's able to do that so he can make back his money. You guys aren't. My viewers are not lucky where they have a platform where they can just put on and instantly get free money and grow and recoup.
This conflict ballooned into Greek getting into multiple petty controversies with other streamers over the next month, and then blocking all of them on social media, even the ones he used to be close friends and housemates with. When asked why he blocked all his friends, Greek had this to say.
When will you grow up and unblock your friends? Well, you use the word friends lightly there, very loosely. Define friends, because actually none of my friends are blocked, as I see it. All my friends are in contact with me.
Ooh.
All my friends talk to me every day. All my friends communicate with me. So none of my friends are blocked. So when will they get unblocked? They already are unblocked. My friends are never been blocked. So yeah.
By the end of the year, Greek had moved back to England and burned every bridge behind him.
I'm not blocked, but you tagging and you have the fucking tweets, motherfucker, okay? And you have this fucking dog shit, fucking crazy rants, motherfucking lumps me in there some fucking how, okay? Okay, not only am I not blocked, dude, I have a triple fucking penthouse 5 fucking Johnny Depp style on his head. I don't fucking know why, man. Okay, I'm not saying it as an insult. I don't know why you're doing that, man.
Long gone were the days of the carefree guy playing games with his buddy. Greek seemed to be perpetually
I think
angry
this
with a chip
turns
on
into
his
like
shoulder, lashing out at
a
anyone
fire,
close.
an
And it was
arcane,
about
and
to
a
get
frost
a lot
version of her,
worse.
I
When
believe.
Greek got home, his content drifted into increasingly weird
been a while.
territory.
Conspiracies, and it just gets brushed under the mat. It happens all the time.
Greek. Is the Earth flat?
Yes, 100%. You're not a globetard. Please do not tell me you're a globetard.
Oh no.
Holy shit, dude. I used to like you, Asmin, but now
chill.
more and more. Bro,
Chill.
you're just fucking stupid, dude.
And he even started to get himself banned from fellow streamers' chats.
Getting yeeted.
It was actually me that
In addition to conspiracy theories, Greek started peddling some controversial ideas.
Wait, hey Rob, then when he's gonna ban his girlfriend in his own fucking chat then, dude? Isn't she a flat earther or fake moon landerer, dude? I'm pretty sure she is, dude. Hey, E-Rob! Hey, yo!
In addition to conspiracy theories, Greek started peddling some controversial ideas about women. This all boiled over during a stream at the end of June that would end up getting Greek banned from Twitch.
Okay? And this goes to any women who want to date me, especially female streamers that want to date me. Okay? If you want to date me, you better believe I will be even if you're streaming, you're gonna have to stop streaming. Streaming is ended for you. Your career is done. Okay? I will stream while you cook for me and you clean for me. And you
Bruh.
look after the children.
It's kinda
while I gain all
yikes.
the money and I give it to you and I give it to our children for a healthy, secure life. Okay? That's how I want to run my life. Okay? That's my life that I want to do it. Now it's up to you and other people in their other worlds, whatever they want to do. But my reality, I'm going to sit here, earn all the money. You're going to be in the kitchen, cooking, cleaning, and making sure my home is clean. And I'm going to make sure we have money so we can have a home. And you have a place to sleep at night, okay? Because it's called working together, okay? Alright? Okay, because streaming, I believe it or not, is mentally damaging to my mind. So I'm going to damage my mind, okay, in order for our kids' future to be secured and your future to be secured. Okay?
I think it's funny about this clip though, is I feel like it's like you know what Andrew Tate says, like oh yo bro, like I did like kickboxing, like warrior style shit, like gladiator, like dude, I go through the hardships of fucking physical battle to fucking earn and get out there, and that's what fucking men have to do. They have to go through hardships and what the fuck to make it over. And I feel like I'm trying to be weird about this. I just feel like he understands, like, he kind of out of his depth, right? Saying that like streaming is like being a warrior or whatever. So it's like, yeah, streaming is like guys mentally, it's like a mental sabotage, dude. And I gotta go through this the gladiatorism of live streaming, dude. And it's like,
Oh boy.
you know, it's like, come on, man, dude, come on.
I'm gonna go on
Popping a
here
health
and
pop.
damage my fucking mind in order for everybody else to be secure. Okay, I don't give a shit about your stream. You have what, in 1,000 viewers, 2,000 viewers, nobody fucking cares. I have 5,400. If you have more views than me, then maybe you can take the role, and I'll look after the kids and I'll clean the house. Okay? Alright? Just take it on the fucking chin. That's how it's gonna work in my relationship. Now, if you don't like
Good
that,
luck having a
don't date
relationship,
me.
my dude.
Greek got banned from Twitch the same day as this clip. Dexerto and other media outlets pointed to the clips of Greek talking about women, but Greek said he was banned for working on stream, which he did do. In the same stream, Greek lashed out at Mizkif for having women on his streams who have OnlyFans accounts. The Twitch community reacted pretty negatively to Greek's comments, with the exception of Asmongold, who commented that there's nothing wrong with wanting to be in a traditional relationship. What's off-putting about Greek's clips is how angry he is. Why would a streamer with
That's
5,000
like
viewers start
incel-ish.
generalizing all women in relationships? Turns out, Greek had fallen down a content rabbit hole that had drastic.
I think this guy makes a video kind of fell into the same trap as everybody else, right? Is that he said that guys, I want to defend him, okay? I'm not even defending him. But I think a good route of defense here, plausible deniability, is that he said women that want to date him, right? Which is, with his standard, is quite not a lot. Okay, right? But it's like if I said, okay guys, sorry guys, I only want to date girls from here on out that wear a red hat, okay, and a hockey helmet or helmet or hockey mask at all times.
Fucking
like,
Canadian shit.
Weird, and I don't want anyone to do that. But that's what my woman. That's how I want her to be. Right? For me.
Fucking X.
Nobody. That's what I want, and I think my want, even if it's kind of crazy, well, that's nobody, but still, it's still cringe. But I don't think it's bannable because of that plausible deniability. Does that make sense?
Impacted his thinking. Specifically, he had started listening to the teachings of Andrew Tate, a guy who has said on multiple occasions that women are property.
I wouldn't even mind my girl doing OnlyFans as long as I kept all the money.
You're keeping all of it though?
Yes, she's mine.
100% you're keeping all profits.
I mean, I might let her buy us some shoes or something. She's my property, so she's selling my property. Like if we're gonna rent out my house, then I get the money, right? You're my chick, you're my property. You're gonna sell pictures of my property. Cool, where's my money? How much money did we make? My money, give me my money.
Maybe she should get maybe 50-50?
What? Why? What's wrong with you?
And whose home in Romania has been raided for human trafficking. If you buy his course, he'll teach you how to do it too. Whether Dimitri actually buys into this stuff or is simply leaning into a weird angle for content isn't clear. But Greek recently has repeatedly said that he's mentally ill and hearing voices. Mizkif asked him to come on his stream so they could talk all this out, but Greek replied that it would cost him $10,000 an hour.
We gotta kill one more boss?
Take Greek at his word when he says streaming is bad.
Oh, we gotta
for his
click
mental
these
health.
things, right?
Greek did end up getting unbanned on Twitch after 3 days, so he is back on the platform.
All right.
But he is still espousing weird conspiracy theories and generalizing about women.
I'm not gonna say oh he's trolling, okay, but I still feel like, okay, guys, maybe I'll be wrong in the future about this or right, but I'm calling it at the time, okay. Greek is an emulator, okay. I can see that in a lot of people. Some people do it a little bit, some people do it a lot, okay. He emulates a crazy amount. He sees a model, okay, and he copies that model, whatever it is, and he does that to get to certain places, okay. That's what he's an emulator. Okay, he's done that with entertainment, with sniping, with fucking with streaming. He's an emulator, and I feel like now he found that if I do the Tate thing and I emulate that, I'm gonna get to certain places he wants to be at. Okay, I'm not saying it's good or not. I'm not saying it's good. I still think it's bad. I still think the actions are bad. What I'm saying is though is that he 100% is emulating 100%. I still think there's things that his core values are against. That's just
days on the platform might be numbered. In the end, I think Minx said it
Alright.
best.
What is it? It's lunchtime. I've been up for an hour and 47 minutes. I'm gonna take a lunch break and I'll be back maybe a little bit later on today.
Stop being weird.
That was
Stop it, Greek.